Okay, in this example, we need to find out the output voltage of multi-stage amplifier. This is your stage 1 and this is your stage 2. Stage 1 output is given to input to the stage 2. Look at the values carefully. V input is 1 millivolt peak to peak and RG is 600 ohm. And we need to find out the V out. This is called Z in stage 1, Z in base 1. This is Z in stage 2 and this is Z in base 2. From the earlier DC calculations, we know the value of IE and RE dash, that is 22.7 ohm. That will remain as it is. The input impedance of the first base is beta RE dash. The value of beta is 100. So Z in base will be 2.27 kilo ohm. The input impedance of the first stage Z in stage will be R1 parallel R2 parallel beta RE dash is equal to 1K. V input is Z in stage upon Rg plus Z in stage is equal to 0.625 millivolt. The input impedance of the second stage will be same as the first because the values are similar. The input impedance is the load resistance of the first stage. In other words, the AC collector resistance of the first stage is Rc parallel the input impedance. Okay, this we know. Input impedance is the load resistance of the first stage because first stage is driving the second stage. So the input impedance of the second stage becomes the load for the first stage. So RC for the first stage is 3.6 parallel 1K. The voltage of the first stage will be this RC upon RE dash is equal to 34.5. Therefore, the AC voltage of the first stage is VC is equal to AV voltage gain into V input. So if your V input is this and voltage gain is 34.5, you will get the VC as 21.6 millivolt. The AC collector resistance of the second stage will be RC parallel RL, that is 2.65 kilo ohm, and the voltage gain will be RC upon RA dash, that is equal to 117. So V out is nothing but the voltage gain of the second stage input into the input. Input is 21.6 millivolt because whatever is output of the first stage, that will become the input for the second stage and the voltage gain. So output will be 2.52 millivolt. So this is one way you can calculate. Another way you can do is the voltage gain of the first stage is 34.5 and second stage is 117. So total voltage gain is 4037. So simply you can write V out is equal to total voltage gain into input. So that is 4037 into the input is 0.625, that is equal to 2.52 volt. That is same as V out you calculated in the using the previous method. Find the AC output voltage of multi-stage amplifier considering RL 6.8 kilo ohm instead of 10 kilo ohm. So the same example you need to repeat by changing the value of RL as 6.8 kilo ohm. The disadvantage of CE amplifier circuit. The voltage gain of CE amplifier changes with the quiescent current, the temperature variation and transistor replacement because this quantities changes RE dash and beta. How we can overcome this using swapped amplifier? AC emitter feedback. Okay, this if you can recall that we are using the emitter resistor as a feedback for the DC, but for AC that emitter resistor is bypassed. For AC this is bypassed. For DC, this resistance is available and it is providing the negative feedback. This we have already learned how the emitter resistor provides a negative feedback and which will decrease the effect of change in beta, change in transistor and change in temperature, and it will make our Q point fix. So the effect of RE as a feedback resistor we already studied for the DC analysis, but for AC it is bypassed. So still the problem remains same for AC, that due to the change in these three parameters your RE dash and beta will change. One way to stabilize the voltage gain is to leave some of the emitter resistance unbypassed, producing an emitter feedback. So here we are doing the similar thing. We know that our emitter resistor is completely bypassed. So why not keep some of the resistance unbypassed so that it will solve the problem. When emitter current flows through the unbiased emitter resistance RE, an AC voltage appears across RE dash. When the when emitter current flows through the unbiased emitter resistance RE, and AC voltage source appears across RE, not RE dash. So here it is not RE dash, here it is RE. Now what is this RE we are talking about? Is this. Okay, your previous circuit was without this RE. Now we are keeping some of the emitter resistor unbypassed. So say we are adding some resistor here, it will act as a feedback resistor and it is unbypassed. So whenever AC current flows through this, some AC voltage appears across this RE. So here it is RE. This produces a negative feedback. The AC voltage across RE dash opposes the change in the voltage gain. The unbypassed resistor RE is called a feedback resistor because it has an AC voltage across it that opposes the change in voltage gain. For instance, suppose the AC collector current increases because of the temperature increase. Suppose your IC increases. If IC increase, this will produce a larger output voltage, but it will also produce a larger AC voltage across RE. So if your IC increase, this voltage across RE will also increase. Since VB equals the difference between V in and V, VB is nothing but VB minus V. The increase in V will decrease VB. So your VB is nothing but VB minus V. As this IC increased, this voltage also increased. So your VE available here at the emitter is increased. Because this current increase, IC increase, voltage drop across this increases. So your VE increases. So VBE will decrease. And this decrease in VBE opposes the original increase in AC collector current by providing the negative feedback. So if we consider this RE in our circuit, then my equation for V in will now change. It is not only IE RE dash, but it is IE RE plus RE dash. That's equal to VB. So now my input equation of V in will change, not only IE RE dash, but IE RE plus RE dash. This is the T equivalent model, T model. So your V in will be IE into RE plus RE dash. AC equivalent circuit of SWAMP amplifier. This is the T equivalent model. Your V input will be IE into RE plus RE dash. that AC equivalent circuit of swamp amplifier. This is the T model representation. Your V input will be looking from here is IE into RE plus RE dash, that is your V input, and your V out is nothing but IC into RC. So your V out is ICRC and V input is IE RE plus RE dash. So your voltage gain will be VC by VB. So from this, IC and IE is equivalent to IC. So this two will get cancelled, and finally we have RC upon RE plus RE dash. Now if we consider the value of RE very much greater than RE dash, then your equation will be AV approximately equal to RC upon RE dash. You can see here we have removed RE dash from our equation. So now our voltage gain is not much dependent on the value of RE dash. So let's see what we have done. This is an example of swamping, making one quantity much larger than a second quantity to eliminate the changes in the second. A larger value of RE swamps out the variation in RE dash. The result is a stable voltage gain, one that does not change with the temperature variation or transistor replacement. Here, initially your voltage gain was RC upon RE dash, but now your voltage gain is RC upon RE plus RE dash. By keeping the value of RE very much higher than RE dash, we can ignore the value of RE dash in this summation, and your final result will be RC upon RE, where now this equation do not have the value of RE dash, so we can prevent or we can remove the variation in the voltage gain due to temperature or transistor replacement. Input impedance of the base in swamped amplifier. As your Vin is IB into this, so your Zing base will be V input upon current IB is nothing but IE into RE plus RE dash. So this will be your Zing base. Zing base is equal to V input upon IB. So your V input is IC, IE into RE plus RE dash upon IB. So IC upon IB is equivalent to beta. So your Zing base will be beta RE plus RE dash. Initially, our Zing base was beta RE dash, but now it is changed to beta RE plus RE dash. If we consider the value of RE very much greater than RE dash, then your Zing base will be beta RE. Initially your Zing base was beta RE dash, but now my Zing base is beta RE. So that you can see here. Less distortion with large signals. The non-linearity of the emitter diode curve is the source of large signal distortion. We have already studied this in chapter 9. By swamping the emitter diode, we reduce the effect of it has on the voltage gain. In turn, it reduces the distortion that occurs for large signal operation. Without the feedback resistor, the voltage gain is RC upon RE dash. Since RE dash is a current sensitive, its value changes when a large signal is present. This means that the voltage gain changes during the cycle of the large signal. In other words, change in RE dash are the cause of distortion with the large signals. With the feedback resistor, however, the swamp voltage gain is RC upon RE, not RC upon RE dash. So we can reduce that effect. We can reduce the distortion. Since RE dash is no longer present in the distortion, of the large signal has been eliminated. A SWAMP amplifier therefore has three advantages. It stabilizes the voltage gain, increases the input impedance of the base, and reduces the distortion of the large signals. We have one example here. This is the figure given. Beta is 200. Ignore the RE dash in the calculation, so we will ignore RE dash because we have given this RE as 180 ohm. This is the unbypassed ammeter resistance we are inserting 180 ohm. Based on this, you do the calculations. Z in base beta RE 36 ohm, Z in stage 1.71, V input is 37 millivolt, and the voltage gain will be RC upon RE 14.7. The voltage gain will be 544 millivolt. Do the modification, change the beta value to 300 and solve for the output voltage across the load resistor. Here the beta value is 200, change the value of beta to 300 and you can see the output. Now you repeat the previous example, but now include the value of RE dash in the calculation. Here it was clearly said that you ignore the RE dash in the calculation. So in our equation we are using directly this value AV RC upon RE, but actually it is RC upon RE plus RE dash. So now we are not supposed to ignore the value of RE dash. Considering the value of RE dash, calculation will be done once again. So your Z in base will also change. It is not beta RE only, but it is beta RE plus RE dash. So it is 40.5. Here it is 36. Here it is 40. Z in stage V in AV is now RC upon RE plus RE dash. Here it is just RC upon RE. So your voltage gain was 14.7. In this case, here it is 13.1. And the output voltage 485 millivolt. Here it was 444 millivolt. So see the change 444 millivolt to 485. Comparing the results with and without RE dash in the calculation, we can see that it has a little effect on the final answer. It is to be expected in a SWAMP amplifier. When you are troubleshooting, you can assume that an amplifier is swamped when a feedback resistor is used in this ammeter. If you need more accurate calculation, in that case you include RE dash. So this will be more accurate answer 485 millivolt. Then this is this answer where we are ignoring RE dash. So here with this we will end this chapter. Thank you. If you have queries, you can email me your queries and I will try to solve. Thank you.